I am the prophet, and truth is above all else. Today I saw a post on Reddit about Japan and how they are not making enough children. Basically, if you did not know about this, the Japanese are slowly dying out. There are fewer and fewer every year. The population is plummeting. Most people there are old. There are no young people, and so on and so on. So, how can this be fixed? In this video, I do not want to talk about the morality of a thing. I have an opinion on that, and I think that, well, Japan should fix their own problem and should protect their culture. They should be nationalistic and protect their own interest. They should, sure, if it's needed, they should bring in immigrants, they should do all of that. But protecting the Japanese culture is the utmost importance. So, you may think I am biased, but I want to make this argument on logic alone. I do not want to sway you with rhetoric, let's say. So, how do you fix this problem? This video is about immigration. And when an immigrant comes to Japan, two things could happen. The first is he integrates. Now, if the immigrant integrates into Japanese society, if he becomes Japanese, if, let's say, nobody in Japan is racist or prejudicial of any of that, so you can just go there and just be Japanese and that's it. That's one thing that could happen. And the other, the opposite side of a spectrum, is, well, something horrible. So they go there, they do not integrate, they become a burden. Maybe they are, to steal Trump saying, they are not the best, they are not sending their best. Who knows, murderers and rapists or whatever. But the point is clear. So they are, in short, a drain on society, both the individuals and the organs of the state. So now, some of you are very clever and you have figured out the problem. Is that no matter what happens, Japan loses. So if they have immigrants who do not integrate, then, well, Japan will become a shittier place. Those immigrants will have children, and they will have children, and so on, and they will waste thousands and thousands of dollars or millions of yen, I don't know the conversion rate, on taking care of those people, because they will be a burden on society. Now the second thing is, they are assimilated. But then, if they are assimilated in a 100% manner, the same problem persists. So what will you do? Will you keep importing people? So okay, right now let's say we send 1 million Middle Easterners or something. Let's say these are the most educated, the smartest, the whatever. You send them to Japan. But if they integrate, they will be under the same stress as the Japanese. They will have some children maybe more than the native population. But in one generation, it will be the same. No children, birth rates falling, old people living too long, and so on. So no matter what Japan does as a country, it's bad. It's bad, at least as far as immigration goes. Now you could say there is a mystical middle way where a person integrates just well enough, but he's different enough to teach the Japanese. Well, isn't this kind of racist? Isn't this kind of colonial, let's say? So what? Japan, that has had a culture of 1,000 years, needs some upstart westerner to show them the way? Some kind of stupid. And this is not based on any reasonable argument, because if that person exists, and maybe it does, he will be only one person. You cannot change the whole of Japanese society that way. Maybe there are 100, maybe there are 1,000, and maybe they slowly change the minds of their Japanese friends and their Japanese wives or husbands and their children, and Japan becomes a better place. But at the same time, we need to be realistic, and even if that happens, which it won't, it's not enough. So the answer on solving the Japanese problem is not to look outside, but to look inside. Japan must ask themselves, why is this happening? And take action against that. You must fix Japan through the institutions and through the people. People always want to have sex. Well, are they having enough sex? And the answer is yes. People have this idea that all Japanese are virgin. No, a lot of them are, but not all. The bigger problem is not having children. Then you have to look at other factors, like work. Firstly, Japanese, from at least the stats that I have read, they just work too much. They do not have and go to school too much. They do not have any time to socialize, to meet other people. There is a huge difference between being a virgin, getting laid, and starting a family. I mean, these are three huge categories. And going from one to another is not impossible, but it's not easy. So the Japanese people and Japan should understand how do they do this. They should pass certain laws. They should attack the problem from the top and from the bottom. Yes, that sounded a little bit sexual. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and this was a really interesting video to make, because everybody is like, we should open the floodgates of immigration, and other people are, well, we should just ban it. And the sad answer is that they are both wrong. They are both wrong. Unless you believe in genocide or ethnic cleansing, so we just kill all the Japanese and put some other people there, the only way Japan can survive as a nation, as a country, is to change. And that is hard. It is. Because that is the point I am making. And I'm making it again just to be sure. This is not about racism or not racism, all of that. Because even if the people integrate, the system will be the same. So you might end up with the Japan of 50 years from now, where 50% are Japanese and 50% are foreigners, but the situation is exactly the same. The same stresses, the same depression, the same birth problem, and so on. So there are many questions to be had. And I hope at least this video, if not answered a few of them, because it didn't really, it clarified a few things. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and like this video. Have a nice day, all of you.